Welcome to City on a Hill Gaming, a 5th edition Dungeons & Dragons actual play podcast. Let's meet our players.
Hi, I'm Grant, and I'm playing Trather Wimlin, a human fighter.
Hi, I'm Jenny, and I'm going to be playing John Abermere, a Crimson-born human.
Peter, Bertrand Greystone, Dwarven Forge Cleric.
William R. Aarakocro Magi.
Daniel, I am playing Vatten. I am a half-elf ranger.
Hi, my name is Ben, and I am Twig, or Shem. I am a rogue bard and a Goliath.
We hope you enjoy our episode. Welcome back to City on a Hill Gaming. I am your Game Master, Ryan, and we are back with some more 5th edition Dungeons & Dragons with Peter, Jenny, William, and Ben. No Daniel or Grant for this recording, so the next 2 sessions I guess you guys will hear both had some real life stuff they needed to deal with, and so they will be back hopefully next time. And we're going to pick up right where we left off. You guys had just very recently arrived in the town of Maicen, as the Duchess Kaya had asked you to go meet a friend of hers named Brinar, who is a merchant in that town. He runs a business called The Harvest, which is sort of an import-export, largely in plants and materials, herbs, stuff like that, that are rare and hard to find. She thought he might be a good connection for you guys in the area as you try and do some things to figure out your interactions with the leader of the orcs, the Hawk. So you guys are there, and Brinar has just kind of ushered you guys upstairs, as upstairs is a safer place to talk. Right, all right, good. So let's go. Saley's going to go pick up dinner for more people, and we're going to have a nice discussion, I hope. So you guys are upstairs. You hear downstairs Saley, who is one of his employees, she's an Aarakocra, open the door, and you hear, yeah, come in. Oh, upstairs. At the top of the stairs, they're up there. And then she steps out and closes the door. And a small teenage elven girl comes up the stairs. I'm looking for someone named Trather? Oh, you look like him. I recognize the crest. So she runs over to Trather. Your mother's court sent me. And she hands him a note, whispers something to him. He reads it, looks somewhat concerned, and around. She says, "You'll need a guide too, if you know someone who knows the area well." And he looks around, looks at Vatten, motions to him, shows him the note, and the two of them follow the young lady and leave. He mentions something to you about a matter he needs to attend to very quickly, is of some importance, and they go back outside and leave the building. And right. Saley has now gone to pick up groceries at the market. So Brinar kind of looks at the lot of you. Okay, well that was most interesting. We'll explain things to them later. So Kaya sent you. Okay, I'm going to be honest, if she has questions about the Hawk, that's complicated. I do business with the Hawk and her people. We deliver goods to them occasionally, and I don't mind trying to help you get on the inside. But she's going to have a lot of questions, and her men are definitely going to have a lot of questions if I showed up with more than Bastion and Saley. So we're going to have to work some stuff out. My suggestion, it's harvest time, and we need some extra help around the store, to be honest. You guys can stay here. If you can help us out, it'll kind of make it look more like you guys are new employees, and we can just kind of work on it from there.
I'd like to take a quick look around the room. Is there anything that's looking like broken or worn out or anything?
You think it's everything's in relatively good shape? So you guys are kind of in a big foyer at the top of the stairs.
Okay.
Where there's a big table and looks like it's set for, dinner. And then there are 2 rooms on the side, and they both have large closed doors. One of the doors actually looks like it's not great. It's kind of falling off, like parts of it are kind of crumbling a little bit. Like it looks like something went wrong at some point.
Okay, I'll just walk over to the door and cast Mending on it.
Okay.
And just kind of smile at him and be like, yeah, even make ourselves useful.
I think we're going to like a lot of you.
Properly now.
I think you'll do just fine. So Bastion, who is the Warforged that works for him, is sitting at the other end of the table. I'm going to be quite honest. I have my reservations. This is 6 new people, no one in town knows. It's going to take some work. I need to be sure before we get into this, because I frankly don't mind that a lot of you are up for it. It's going to be difficult. She is not an easily convinced person, nor is she particularly trusting.
Oh, that's fair.
This kind of back and forth goes on for a little bit, and Brinar tells you about the town, just kind of what's in the area. He explains some of the shipping and goods they gather. I mean, obviously you guys have seen sort of the plants downstairs, like the one like the one John purchased.
Yeah.
So that's largely what we deal in. Things that are rather unique, difficult to find, or dangerous and complicated to find, as the case may be. It's actually rather good you're here. And you hear kind of, as he says that, you hear kind of the door downstairs burst open. I'm back with dinner. This stuff's heavy. You see Saley kind of fly up the stairs. She's got a bunch of different stuff. There's a couple of, whole sides of meat and a lot of vegetables and a lot of fruit and a lot of stuff. And she kind of throws it, and it all lands very neatly on the table somehow. Don't ask a lot of questions. It's fine. Oh, nope. No, we're good. We made new friends. How are you guys? How's everyone doing?
All right.
So you lot are working with the Duchess. Okay. She seems like a nice lady. I assume if she trusts you, we should. But I'm keeping my eyes on you. And she says it really menacingly, and then she laughs. I'm sure it'll be fine. Actually, Bastion, I know you have to go gather the special plant. What was it? And he looks at it. That's mostly me stalling because I can't find the name in my notes. Where did I put it? There it is. Child, it's called Cyanthan root. And yes, I will need assistance with that. I suppose we no longer have to hire outside help for that. That'll be good. Peter, you know that name. Cyanthan root is often used in forging.
Oh.
It's sort of for tempering and coloring of things. It is very rare, and it only really grows 1 or 2 places. Like large caves near the forge.
Interesting.
It seems we have gotten into this conversation very quickly. It would be best if we introduced ourselves, I assume. My name is Bastion. This is Saley. You have already met Brinar. I'm afraid we are actually perfect. At something of a disadvantage, as we don't know the lot of you. Bertrand, it is a pleasure.
Hi.
I'm John.
The one who knows many things about plants. Most interesting. Very good. The 2 that just left, who were they?
That was Trather and Vatten.
Very good. I assume they will be back sometime relatively soon. I hope so. Aarakocra, who are you, sir?
I am Or.
Pleasure.
And I'm Shim. Nice to meet you.
The pleasure is mine, Shim. Most curious name. I like it. Well, very good. Tomorrow, I will be heading towards the forge. It is a several-day journey to retrieve a special route. I will require assistance. Are the 4 of you available?
Yeah, we should be.
I suppose we are, yes.
And Saley is sitting across the table, and she's kind of passed the food all out, and you guys are eating. And when you get back, or before you go, if you want to come with me instead, because we're going to have a lot more fun than he is, we kind of have an issue in some of our grounds to the west where we do a lot of gathering. A lot of really large beasts have moved in and started grazing on our gathering land. And we don't know where they came from or why they're there, but they're a lot bigger than most of our men. So we need them moved.
But by grazing, you mean herbivores, not carnivores.
Sure, but like twice the size of Bastion herbivores. So
Small blessings.
we take what we can get. They're quite large creatures, very, very interesting, rather docile for the most part, but they are prone to stampede. Everyone makes me nature or survival checks. She kind of describes them. Sort of big, long, grayish colored beasts. They have tusks. Roll those sweet dice. Nature, survival, history.
That's a 5!
That is a 5.
And a 9.
All right, William. There we
A
go.
6.
All right, cool.
That's a 6.
14.
William's only read 2 books on them, but he is familiar with what are known as Maranthal beasts. They are relatively docile, but they are difficult to herd. I will need to go deal with those creatures at some point in the future. I'm glad you guys are somewhat familiar with the Maranthal beasts. They are curious. But we do have some time before we have to continue with the gathering in that area. Okay, so basically you guys have some choices. Brinar also speaks up. At some point, I'm going to need you guys to get in good with some of the locals. Just, go out, meet some people, establish yourselves in the town, make it look like you're, supposed to be here and not a group of 6 adventurers who wandered in with no good in their mind. That's not you guys at all, I'm sure. It'll be fine. So we'll work that out.
I've got all kinds of good in my mind. Just let me out into the city and I'll start sharing it with people.
Is there a certain type of music that everyone here likes? Because I can go out and entertain the crowds.
He looks at you a little confused for a second. Oh,
or just find a local inn and play there. That'd probably be even less suspicious.
I'm sure we can figure something out with that. That's an excellent suggestion, Shim. We'll look into that. I know a tavern owner nearby,
perfect.
a good dwarven lad that I'm sure we could work something out with. Okay, so you guys this kind of continues on for another hour or two. Everybody eats. Conversation kind of settles into just kind of talking about the different things you guys have done recently. They're really intrigued by the giant wasps and very confused by your orc friends from the giant hollow tree. Brinar looks at you. Right. So those 2 rooms, a couple different beds in each one. Have at it. You can stay there as long as you're here in town. And you can use the chests that are in there to put your gear in if you need to. And we'll figure out some new things tomorrow.
All right.
May you rest well.
Instead of going straight to bed, once the city is relatively quiet, Bertrand is going to grab just like a regular hooded cloak like you would use for warmth that he has.
Okay.
But it'll hide his face a little bit, and he's going to get directions to the poorest neighborhood in the city.
Okay.
And he's just going to walk through it using mending on whatever catches his eye that's broken. And then he's going to go home.
He sends you to a particular part of town that is not in the best shape. It's older, and it looks like it's one that kind of typically doesn't really get repaired. People tend to just kind of leave it as it is, and you kind of make your way through. People look very confused as to who you are, why you're there, and then they realize what you're doing. And some of them just kind of back off and leave you alone, and you do get hugs from several small children, several pats on the head from older folk, and people just actually seem very appreciative. One dwarf kind of walks out of a building, turns the corner, and sees you kind of fixing a signpost or something. Hi. Who are you lot?
Hello. Bertrand.
Huh. New here in town. Pleasure.
Hey. Reach out, shake his hand.
You recognize him.
Oh?
Wait. Bertrand. How are you, lad? You know him. His name is Dragnom. You probably haven't seen each other in several decades, but you knew each other when you were sort of young adult dwarves. I don't know what mid-20s is in dwarf.
Probably like 60?
There you go. Roughly that. Late 50s, early 60s.
Yeah.
In dwarf years. You guys worked in a similar area near a forge.
Oh, okay.
Huh. Look at you. Look at the...
Give him a big old smile and kind of clap him on the shoulder with my free hand.
What are you doing in Maicen?
Passing through. Figured I had some time to kill, so I figured I'd see what could be fixed around here, help some people out.
Aye. Your father's work as always. You would be proud, boy.
Give him another kind of little bit more humble smile, I guess. So
you do good work, lad.
Thank you.
Yahweh bless you. We
Oh,
We need it around here.
I can see that. I only have a little bit of time before I need to get back and be getting to sleep, but do you know of anything that's particularly in need of repair around here?
I think for now, you've really fixed the biggest part of it. But if you need to talk at some point, come by me restaurant. Couple streets over. He points you in a direction. You see a big dwarven style restaurant sign.
Do you serve breakfast? I might be by with some friends.
Sure, I can make something up for you.
I appreciate it.
The sign just says meat on it.
Of course it does.
Um,
Dwarves are very functional.
Hearty lot.
Get your protein here.
I will see you in the morning then, lad.
Sounds good.
He just he patch on the side of the head. It's good to see you, boy.
Good to see you too.
And he heads off
All
back
right.
that direction, and you can keep a fixing if you wish. Or if you want to head back to the other, that's fine too.
I'll head back to the inn. If I pass anything that's like obviously busted along the way, I'll just kind of. I mean, Bertrand kind of does this anyways. If he's
Sure.
walking down the street and he sees like broken paving stones or something, he's liable to just like bend down and cast mending on it and just keep walking.
Sure. And that's sort of what you're seeing. You're seeing again just kind of signs hanging off one chain, stuff like that. Broken pieces of wood, carts with one wheel that's just all messed up.
Yeah, Bertrand just kind of has this tendency to like leave a trail of fixed things wherever he goes. Like,
It's like the opposite of the Tasmanian Devil.
yeah, exactly. He
Or
just
that
kinda
one scene in
wanders
Space
through
Jam.
and stuff that looks like it's brand new all of a sudden. It's very strange.
It's that the one scene in Space Jam where they're trying to clean up the gym, and they use Taz's destruction to clean. Lemony fresh. Love that movie. Probably far more than I should. Lemony fresh. Okay, so you guys, you have these two big rooms. There are chests for you to store your belongings in. If you have anything you want to leave and not kind of take with you as you come and go, there are a couple of tables. There's actually a connecting door between the two rooms, and you guys can kind of split yourself up between them as you need. There are plenty of beds. There are probably 7 or 8, a couple of bunk beds, a couple of not. And you guys can settle in and kind of pass the night as you do. When you come back, Peter, you notice Brinar and Saley have already kind of seemed to gone to their areas, and Bastion is up just tending to his last couple of plants, sort of on the base level of the store.
Okay. I'll wave to him as I head to bed, just looking very contented and, just kind of at peace at this point. So
He smiles and nods, and you see the little bird that's usually on his shoulder has kind of taken to one of the branches and is nesting.
aw.
It kind of seems to follow him around. Okay, so you guys spend the night upstairs at the Harvest, and in the morning, it is now the morning, Saley comes up and wakes you guys. Good. Breakfast will be ready soon. If you guys want to eat here, or whatever works for you guys.
I've got a friend who has a restaurant in town. Would you like to join me? I'll look around at the others.
Ooh,
John hears restaurant and is immediately up for food.
John
All right.
John does enjoy the eating.
Yes.
She looks at you. Ooh, wait, who do you know?
Dragnum.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I've been there before. It's good.
I've
Sure.
known him since I was a boy, actually. So I didn't even realize he was in town, but I figured, let's not waste the opportunity.
Brinar actually loves that place, so that'll work good. That'll work nicely.
He was a good cook when I knew him, so I can't wait to see what he's done with an additional 20 years of experience.
He has a wide selection of things. We actually supply some of the stuff for the restaurant, so that'll be good. We'll go there. So you guys kind of
all right.
gather up. Everybody gets ready, and you leave. And as you're heading, you actually pass Peter. You actually see somebody pulling one of the carts you fixed the night before, and he's talking to the guy walking next to him. Yeah, I don't know. The wheel was broken yesterday, but how about that? Nice. Never know what happens.
Will smile kind of like what would be a mischievous smile if it wasn't a good deed. Not even
Sure.
look in that direction and just keep walking.
It's the oddest thing. Okay, so you guys keep making your way. You go in, and
Anti-shenanigans.
yes, it's like probably 8 or so in the morning, 8 or 9. The sign on the door says that they don't open till 11. but there's a small thing under it that says, "Now serving breakfast."
Okay. I'll knock politely.
It looks freshly painted. The 11's marked out and it now says 8 above it. Aye, come in.
I'll just kind of gently, hold the door, kind of herd everybody in.
Hey. Good, Bertrand, you're here. Excellent. Oh. Aye, a lot of friends. Oh.
Told you I'd be by with friends, didn't I?
You didn't tell me you knew Brinar. Hey. And they kind of exchange pleasantries. Saley actually makes a small delivery of herbs while you guys are there. Oh, good. I was wondering when that... Actually, he looks over him and he pulls a bunch off of one of them, rubs it between his hands, and tosses it into a pot. It explodes upwards, and then the whole place smells delicious. Right. Good. We're done. All right, everybody sit, go.
All right.
And there's a big table. You guys sit down. He brings this giant pot and just kind of sits it down on the table, slams a ladle down into it, flings the ladle upwards in the air, and a kind of a stew just lands in all the bowls on the table very neatly.
Wow.
And he slams it back down in and is halfway finished eating his before you realize what's happened. Though I assume John's probably halfway finished as well, because John eats very quickly. We accidentally had a sort of Nathan's hot dog eating style contest in Ginny's side quest that I wasn't expecting, but was quite entertaining.
Yes.
It was a tie, and Trellis will never admit to anything otherwise. It was a tie. He definitely did not lose. Definitely a tie. So he kind of Dragnarm kind of sizes the lot of you up. So, what's on the adventuring docket for today? You motley group.
Well, at this point, we're just trying to make ourselves useful around town. We've got some time to kill, and so I believe Shem over there was going to be doing a set at the local inn. Saw what I was doing last night.
Yeah, he looks at Shem. Oh, yeah. I know that. I know the halfling that owns that place. I'll get in touch with her.
Oh, good. A little
She,
pan flute makes the night go out real well.
You know it does, Boyle. I like that. He looks over at Bastion. Aye, when you go into the cave? Bastion just kind of looks at him and is like, well, hopefully in the next day or two. Ha. Good. You're going to bring some of it back to me too, right? And he looks at him, of course. He looks at Bertrand, he looks at you. Aye, lad, when's the last time you saw a troll?
Oh, probably about 17 years ago or so, out in the western reaches. There were a couple of rock trolls out there.
We
gave them a wide berth, but we found out later that they were killing sheep and had to drive them off.
We'll dust off the memory banks, Boyle. You're going to be seeing some more of them soon.
All right.
Bastion just kind of looks at him. I probably should have mentioned that part of our trip for today. The cave where the cyanthine root grows might be troll home. Home to several trolls.
Well, it's good that we know now.
Rowdy fellows. Yeah, it will, most interesting creatures. Most complicated creatures. But I'm sure it'll be fine. Of course, it'll be, absolutely fine. Saley looks at him, rolls her eyes. Trolls. You sure
You've
I
been
don't
having
need to go?
Big hostile lately, or?
I mean, they're trolls.
Aye, but they're not completely unreasonable in my experience.
Aye, well, we'll see how they're feeling today.
Lovely.
So you guys finish up breakfast. And Bastion looks at you. So if you're ready to go, cave is only probably like a day's journey from here. And if you need to get anything before we encounter said trolls, now would be a good time, and we can leave as soon as the 4 of you are ready.
Bertrand, kind of reluctantly, is like, oh, I know a couple of fire spells, but I don't like using them on anything that can talk.
Well, then we talk to them first.
Okay, actually,
Think?
everybody make me either history, nature, survival, or just generic intelligence check.
7.
7.
5.
Okay, strong.
Yeah, only one book this time.
It was a magazine
Did you say-
article, actually.
Did you
Yeah.
say investigation?
Survival, history, or nature.
Yeah, nope, none of those are good.
We believe in you.
13.
13. Okay.
Somehow I pulled that out.
You know, and R knows from the brief newspaper clipping he read once. It's very short. It's one of those little, like the real thin articles in the magazine that's only like a third of one page. It's called Troll Time. Say it like Tool Time.
With the grunt and everything.
Yes. Ugh. That was weird. Forgot about that completely until I said it. You guys know. Shim knows from some past experience and R from some light reading at the doctor's office in the lobby that trolls can regenerate, and that you have to do something should you need to prevent them from regenerating, because they can be a problem otherwise. What would a lot of you like to do? Is there any shopping you need to do? Anything you want to take or leave from the harvest? Or anything along those lines?
I don't think John really needs anything.
Finding a potion, not an alchemist. I guess maybe an alchemist. A potion supplier.
Okay.
Potion seller.
Potion seller. Yeah, make me a
potionist?
Potionist. Well, that's it now. It wasn't before, but it is now. I'm looking
Is that
for
a new
your,
shirt?
I'm looking for your
Occupation
Potionator.
potionist?
Right.
Come with me if you want to heal.
Their door on the left. Dragnon points you aye lad, 3 or 4 doors down on your right. There's a nice lady who sells a wide variety of things. I'm sure she'll have what you're looking for.
Beautiful. Thank you, sir.
There's a sign on the door that just says vials.
Oh.
It's a very simple town with very simple directions and signs.
Vials.
Stuff.
The lumber mill
Things.
says boards.
Here, it's sort of like the left and right Twix commercial. Instead of having stuff and things, there's a stuff and a things, and they're competing against each other. It's a different process. I don't care what anyone says.
So I head in and just kind of do a slow poke around.
Oh, yes. What can I help you with?
Out of curiosity, do you have anything? I mean, a healing potion would be a great start.
Okay, sure.
But also anything that would, I don't know. I'm going to go hang out with some trolls in a little bit, and I need to make sure I come back.
She looks at you funny for a second. I'm sorry. Did you say trolls?
Yeah. See, I'm a traveling musician in a sense. And
So trolls?
yeah, I mean, you got to try out on like the hardest audience, right?
Sure.
Yeah.
Toughest
Yeah.
critics. I like your approach.
Yeah. So I mean, you get the critics on your side, and
Okay.
maybe
okay.
somebody else will like you.
Tough room. I like it.
Yeah.
Yeah. I have a thing. And she pulls 3 vials off a shelf. 1 healing potion, and 2 others. She's like, yeah, those will probably work. They're 50 gold each.
He's like a healing and an unhealing.
Sort of. No, a healing potion, and these are alchemist fire.
Alchemist fire.
You kind of throw them, and they splash, and yeah.
Oh, you said 50 each?
Yes.
Let's do it.
Okay. Excellent. So, do you actually want 2 alchemist fire, or do you want just 1?
I'll take them both.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
She
So
pushes
I'll-
them across the table to you. She puts them in a little bag, hands them to you. Oh, thank you. You're tall.
Oh. You know, I've heard that. Where I come from, I'm kind of short, but around here, I guess I am a little taller than the
Yeah,
average.
we have a lot of dwarves, so
Yeah.
makes a
Yeah.
difference. Okay, well, best of luck with your new audience. Test room full of people.
It's going to be an adventure.
It sounds like it. Be careful. And feel free to come back anytime you need other things. So you guys head out, and if you are ready to go, unless anyone needs to do shopping at stuff or things, not and.
I'm just going to make sure that I use that ability that raises my armor class by 1 from Forge Clericing.
Sure.
That seems like that may be relevant today.
Okay, I like that. That sounds good. As you guys get ready to leave, you see Bastion come up from the basement of the shop, and he has his little bird friend with him, but he takes the bird off of his shoulder, sets him on one of the plants on the shelf. I'll be back later. And now he's carrying 2 large battle axes. Right. Well, if the 4 of you are ready, we will leave now. And
Okay.
you guys head out, and you walk for several hours. Make me perception checks. So you guys walk for several hours, and you get kind of into an area, and you guys get to an interesting area. It's kind of like a path, like a path, like kind of in between 2 mountains. And Peter, you're not that far from the caves near the forge. It's kind of a barren area, very hilly, very rocky. And you guys are
Play tour guide a little bit and kind of point out, oh, if you just look right over that way, you'll see the forge. And
so you guys come around the corner. You're like, and if you look that way, and then John walks smack into the side of the large tail of a skeleton creature. It used to be a creature. Now it's a skeleton. John kind of trips over it. You guys notice around you are several sort of unnecessarily picked clean creature skeletons. Large fish, and by large I mean like 2 or 3 times the size of you guys. Large winged flying creatures that look like maybe they were small drakes at one point. Stuff like that. And they're just kind of all over the place.
Well, this looks inviting.
I'll look at the fish like the nearest body of water that would support something like that is not here.
Bastion looks at you. It would be a several days journey. You are correct.
So why is there a fish skeleton out here, especially that one?
Trolls go where they need to find food that will sustain their eating habits. They are very particular in that it has to be a significant quantity of food. I almost brought the skeleton with you. Yep, we're going to bring the skeleton with you. Okay.
All right.
It was 1 square
I was just
longer
like
than I
carrying
thought.
it by the tail and just sort of dragging it along.
It's like a 4-year-old dragging a really large box.
I was picturing, like some of the tailbones were like burrs and they just caught on his cloak and it's just walking behind him.
John's very slowly dragging this like 300-pound skeleton along. Looks like it used to be some kind of crocodile or something. It's like the world's strongest man competition.
Great
like
workout.
It's like when they pull the airplanes with their teeth.
John's strength score is 11.
That's why we're working on it.
13 by the end of this.
That's right. That's not going to happen. I mean, if that's where you want to commit your fourth level stat point bonus, that's up to you. But I wouldn't necessarily recommend it. So you guys got to make your way through this kind of little crevice between the mountains, and you end up outside. I think I put those there too. Yes, of a large cave, kind of barren on the outside, and you can sort of loosely see inside, and it looks very dim. And a little like there are some things glowing on the inside. What I realized I just inadvertently did was recreated the bear caves from Skyrim. Except I put trolls inside them. Yeah, I didn't do that on purpose, but there you go. Okay, Bastion looks at you. Right, so, if you will, stay behind me, and we will go in and see what kind of mood the fun creatures are in. And he kind of takes a forward position. And if you guys follow him, he starts walking in.
Yep.
Definitely will follow him.
At the point you guys kind of walk in, there's a little bit of light. It looks like some kind of, maybe not like torch, but some kind of burning. Why not? I'll make another Skyrim reference. So when you go into the wild and there's the giants and they have their big campfires?
Yes.
It's similar to that.
Okay.
Big, sort of messy looking fire. And you can see by the firelight several glowing purple kind of root plant ball things.
I don't like that.
They look kind of like large cacti, maybe a little bit, but they're purple
And
We're
they
here
glow.
for.
and they glow. Yes, those are indeed what we have come for. You do recognize them, Peter. Those are cyanthan root. They are large, difficult to harvest, and often in caves like this.
Bertrand will lean over and explain their usefulness as a forging reagent to John.
You also hear several growls. Dwarf.
Hey?
I very quietly on my pan flute start playing Scarborough Fair. Just very calmly.
I don't know that.
I'm sure you do.
I probably
you
heard it
do.
at some point.
Yeah.
So you guys are far enough in, you can kind of see broader. It's a pretty big cave. There's at least 4 or 5 large cyanthan root bundles that you would be able to harvest. And also 2 large trolls.
Okay.
And they kind of come around a corner and peek around. One of them peeks around a rock. Ah, dwarf. Ah, dwarf.
Bertrand Greystone, nice to meet you.
Ah, snack time. Dwarf.
Don't
Dwarf.
think-
In another option,
Bertrand will kind of resignedly shrug his shield into place.
It shines very brightly from the firelight. Oh, shiny.
Hey?
Shiny dwarf. These are your traditional run-of-the-mill cave trolls. They're big and super friendly, I promise.
yeah.
They just want to
Can-
hang out and have lunch.
I would like to create a phantasmal force.
Uh-oh. Sure. This'll end well.
So in this 10-foot cube,
Okay.
right there,
That one. Got
I
it.
would like to make a bunch of fire. A bunch of fake fire.
Big fire. Still traditionally colored fire.
Yes, traditional fire.
Like right there-ish.
And it can only be one. It
Here-ish.
can only be one creature. Only one of them. I would like to choose the troll on the left.
That side. Okay.
Yeah. More like right in here,
Right there.
so that I'm trying to bottleneck.
Oh, okay, cool. Okay, so this kind of, and really only him, and I guess you can see it, this kind of,
He does have to
large-
make an intelligence saving throw.
that'll go well.
I don't think he's gonna make it, but he has to make an intelligence saving.
Okay, let me figure out what the troll's intelligence score is. Hold on.
The DC is 13.
This is going to be fine.
This troll is totally going to make
I
this.
feel good about this. -2. Okay. How'd I do?
Woo!
Good, 7. Perfect.
That's a 7.
Ah! Oh, Bernie. Fire. No. Fire for cooking. No burn cave. Ah.
Okay.
And the
So
other
for
one looks at
1
him.
minute,
What wrong? No fire. Oh, fire. He's very adamant about the fire. You guys also don't see any fire. You just assume someone's doing something.
John's gonna like turn to everybody and give them like a massive like cheesy wink, like
Fire.
"Eh?"
Oh no, fire in cave.
And right before they do anything, like I'm assuming we're going straight into combat.
More or
At
less,
least-
yeah.
Shim is. So Shim's gonna in the middle of like one of the measures of Scarborough Fair switch over to Iron Man and give Bertrand a bardic inspiration.
All right. And Bertrand will cast Searing Smite on his hammer, which once again is like a visible fire.
The speakers on the stealth jet start blaring music. And sorry, I was rewatching scenes from Marvel movies last week. Okay.
Pan flute version of Iron Maiden is amazing, by the way.
Go ahead and everyone roll initiative for me, but your one troll friend on the left's real distracted right now. Because definitely fire. Fire bad.
4.
20.
There we go.
I finally got an okay roll. Well, pretty dang good roll actually.
Oh wait, 0. Okay, so the 4 is going to be your distracted friend,
Cool.
and the 12 will be the other one. Okay, so Jenny,
Yes.
you first.
Yes. Me.
You.
My movement is 6 squares. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Okay, so Jenny, you move behind the big rock. For our listeners, they are in kind of a large cave with several like rock outcroppings, several of the giant plants they're looking for growing, and 2 fun troll friends that are totally very excited to see them. Okay, what John do?
I don't know that John can do much. I can hurl a 4-inch diameter sphere of energy at a creature I can see within range. I can choose acid, cold, fire, lightning, poison, or thunder for orb damage. I make a ranged spell attack versus the target. If the attack hits, the creature takes 3d8 damage of the type I choose. I choose fire, and I'm gonna. Oh dang
general,
it! I might not be able to actually see the troll I need to because I'm behind a rock.
You can peek around the side.
I can peek around the side.
Yeah.
Okay.
Your
in that
orbs
case, I will.
in general can also be crimson in type if you want them to be.
That's right.
If you want them
But
to
I
not
know-
be for this, that's fine.
Yeah, I'd rather they be fire for this. So I'm going to roll that ranged spell attack. That's 16.
That's enough.
Okay, I for the record, I was aiming at the one I was already confused. I'm gonna gang
that's
up on
fine.
the guy on the
Yeah,
left.
absolutely.
Okay.
Too much fire.
And so that's how much damage is that? That's 3d8 damage.
We're fine. I'd say we're frosty, but it's
21.
fire damage, so we're definitely not
That's-
frosty.
That's 21 because I rolled a 5 and 2
Ugh.
8s.
Everything's fine.
Wow.
Everything is fine, I promise. William, your turn. And you do have enough room to kind of fly 10 or 15 feet off the ground inside the cave. It's not that short. If you want to fly right up and give one of them a hug, that would be great. You definitely, I will definitely give you the range to do that. Actually, you're really close.
Yeah, with my armor class, I don't think I'm going to do that.
It'll be fine.
But my ice knife also has a range of 60 feet,
It does.
so I don't have to go too far. I'm going to just move right there in front of the invisible fire
Okay.
and use ice knife.
Okay. That does hit.
Okay.
They explode.
Yeah.
That's not going to be good.
Looks like 1d10 damage.
Okay. And each creature within 5 feet of it, which is not the other one, but
Wow.
that's okay. Oh,
Yeah, but hit or miss, it explodes. I don't know how that
Okay.
works with a natural one, but
it still explodes, and then it must make a dexterity save or take 2d6 ice damage or cold damage, excuse me. And it will definitely totally make that dexterity save. 19, yes.
Okay.
It actually does make the dexterity save, and it seems very surprised by that. You're doing the one on the right here.
yeah.
Yeah, he just kind of, we're good. Everything's fine. Oh,
Well,
flying icicle. Not good. Not good.
first fire, now ice. I was hoping to throw him off.
I don't know if trolls actually talk this much, but it's fine.
It's fun.
I'll take it. Peter, it is Bertrand's turn.
Move up to here and stop flaming hammer at the ready.
Uh-oh. Okay, so you're just going to hold your action in case one of them gets close.
Yeah.
Okay.
And if he does, I will smack him with fire.
Okay, so the troll that is not necessarily as convinced things are on fire will, no like tiny creature. Ooh, dwarf.
Bertrand will kind of hold the hammer up like, you know.
He
All
takes one look. Oh, fire dwarf.
All right,
roasted
well,
dwarf.
he's within range, so
Yeah,
he
he go for it. Oh, yeah, no, you're good. 18 definitely hits.
plus 3, and then another d6 of fire damage.
Okay.
Hang on.
Yep, that's a lot of fire. Gonna be
Didn't hit
okay.
him very hard, but that fire is real hot.
He will reach out his arms to hug you.
AC of 19.
Nope. No, that's a 12. He forgets how short dwarves are and hugs straight over your head. Oh, dwarf. Um,
Actually, he needs to make a
uh-oh.
Constitution save too.
That's not good.
Nope, he's on fire.
That's still just a 12, and he's on fire. Thanks for listening to City on the Hill Gaming. For more information, you can find us online at cityonthehillgaming.com, email us at cityonthehillgaming@gmail.com, or find us on Twitter at cityonthehillgame. For more information on saving the game, you can find Peter, Grant, and Jenny at stgcast.org or at Saving the Game on Twitter. Thanks, and have a blessed day. William, say all the words.
All the words.
Perfect. Jenny, also words from you, please.
I didn't have anything prepared. Cooked macaroni, water, durum wheat semolina, dressing, water, soybean, and or canola oil, sugar, white vinegar, frozen egg yolk, modified cornstarch, salt, dried onions, cucumber juice, sodium benzoate, powdered sour cream, milk, potassium sorbate, xanthan gum, mustard flour, artificial flavors, spices, dried garlic, calcium, disodium EDTA, celery, water, onions, carrots, red peppers, white vinegar, citric acid.
Is this some kind of salad or ramen?
It's my favorite macaroni salad.
Okay, it sounds lovely.
It's not that great. I just like it.
Okay, fair enough. Peter, what you got for me?
Your library card. Getting your library card is easy. Here's what you'll need. Photo ID, document with your address. Driver's license would cover both. A utility bill would suffice for proving your address. If you are under 18 years of age, a parent or legal guardian must be present when your card is being issued. You must be at least 4 years old to obtain your own library card.
What?
Library cards expire 2 years from the issue date and can be renewed if you wish to remain an active borrower. New cardholders must wait 3 months before they can request interlibrary loans or check out video games. You are
Ooh.
responsible for all items checked out on your card. Items must be returned in the same condition as when they were checked out. Lost or damaged items require reimbursement worth the cost of the item plus a $5 processing fee.
So in my mind, it was that, but it was like an airline hostess, like a video or whatever, like where she's showing you how to use the seatbelt clip. But it was about library cards. Is more or less what happened in my head.
I can give you the flight attendant voice if you really need it.
Maybe it's like someone walked up to the counter at the library and then just suddenly like the lights dimmed and a spotlight came on. And then there's just like this soliloquy that follows. And I'm not really sure what happened, but I enjoyed it. And it was very informational.
That was actually the brochure I got when I signed up for a library card at my local public library this past week.
And I would like to hear the airline stewardess voice. Stewardess? Hostess? Plain person.
I don't have the library card thing because we have no freaking rules at my library. Like,
Renegade
that's not
library.
fair. We do have rules, but like
Not related
we don't really
to
have
library
many-
cards.
we don't do cards.
Oh.
So that changes things.
It's just all computer based?
Yeah, we do accounts. I can read the description of Bubblegum Shoe, which I have pulled up right now.
Sure.
The world is full of mysteries. It's up to your group of intrepid teen sleuths to solve them. In Bubblegum Shoe, players step into the shoes of high schoolers solving mysteries in a modern American small town. Discover clues, solve problems, and throw down with enemies in this streamlined RPG based on the Gumshoe system.
It's like a really interesting Kickstarter video.
Yep.
I support it. All right.
I mean, they did kickstart it, so...
Touche.
They did do that.
They would have made more money if Jenny had done the video. Who was the guy who was kickstarting something that you guys had on the podcast like a month and a half ago?
Greg Stolze.
Yeah, him. Next time he does something. And difficult
Hey,
to
guys,
move.
we might want to pause for a second.
Larry?
Larry, the podcast train is on the way.
Larry! The favorite train. I forget. Hey, there it is.
Larry, the
There's
podcast
Larry.
train. Touch him and your wishes come true.
Yeah.
Larry.